In this video, we're going to take a look at all of the airports so far confirmed by Microsoft for the release date of August 18th, as well as every airport included in the Standard Edition, the Deluxe Edition, and also the Premium Deluxe Edition as well. Now, in total, there are 40 airports, so this is a relatively long video, but do stick around because there is so much here that you will be able to find out about the airports coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let's start off in Asia with this list of all the airports coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we'll start with Haneda Airport in Japan. So one of the busiest airports in the country, serving over 87 million passengers per year. Haneda Airport is home to numerous airlines flying in and out of Tokyo with 4 main runways and a huge amount of terminal space. You get some awesome views as you head in on the approach. This really is an international airport worth visiting. With less than 25 pilots that are licensed to land at Power International Airport, you have the chance to do so in the virtual skies of Microsoft Flight Simulator. The airport is nestled away between deep valleys, meaning weather, terrain, and sharp turns make this one of the most challenging airports in the world to land at. Asia has no shortage of challenging airports, with Tenzing Hillary Airport, better known as Lukla Airport. It is sat right on the edge of a mountain. An uphill runway on landing is the only way you can slow down quick enough to make it off the runway safely. And taking off means you're pointing your nose down and gaining enough speed before reaching the end of that short runway. Now heading over to Africa, we're going to start off with Cape Town International Airport. Now this is one of the largest international airports in all of South Africa and will be included with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nearly 11 million passengers per year visit from all corners of the world, including the UK, the Middle East, and parts of Europe and even the United States. If you've ever wanted to see the Great Pyramids, then departing from Cairo International Airport is the perfect place to do so. With a range of great international routes awaiting you, Cairo gives you some breathtaking views from the cockpit of those wonders of the world. Serving as the primary airport for Uganda, Entebbe International Airport sits on the shores of Lake Victoria, providing pilots a little extra excitement during the approach and takeoff phase of the flight. We're now going to head over to Europe and we're going to start off with Frankfurt International Airport. So serving as the main hub for Germany's Lufthansa, Frankfurt serves one of the busiest cities in all of Europe. Frankfurt Airport serves more than 300 destinations in 5 continents, making it the airport with the most direct routes in the entire world. Now, speaking of busy routes and busy airports, Heathrow Airport is one of the busiest in the world. Heathrow is a transport hub for many. As you approach the airport from the east, you will get to see the sights of London with obvious landmarks such as the London Eye and the Houses of Parliament. Heathrow is home to British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and also many other global airlines. Amsterdam is the 3rd biggest airport in all of Europe in terms of passenger volume and is the busiest airport in terms of aircraft movements. The airport is built as a single terminal concept, having one large terminal split into 3 large departure halls. Schiphol is the hub for KLM and its regional affiliate KLM Cityhopper, as well as for Martinair, Transavia, TUI Fly in the Netherlands, and also as a base for EasyJet. Donegal Airport in Ireland sits in the northwest of the country with only a handful of flights each day to destinations such as Dublin and Glasgow. However, its scenic approach and the fact it's sat right on the coast gives it a reason for any virtual pilot to fly to. Courchevel Altiport in France is a unique airport in the fact it has only a 1,762 foot runway with a gradient of 18.6 degrees. This is one of the steepest airport runways in the entire world. What makes it even more challenging is the fact there are no go-around procedures for landings at Courchevel, and due to the surrounding mountainous terrain, you have to be very confident in your ability to land at this super challenging airport. Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport is the main airport of France, but also a hub for Air France Cargo, and also FedEx. However, it is also a focus city for airlines such as EasyJet, Norwegian, and Vueling. This helps to bring over 76 million passengers every year into the airport and sees nearly 500,000 aircraft movements every single year. Now heading back over to challenging airports in Europe, Innsbruck Airport is a hugely popular ski resort airport and is known for its scenic and tough approach through the Alps. Diverse weather, difficult approaches and high terrain mean you have to be ultra prepared to experience this exciting airport. A few hundred miles off the coast of Portugal sits an island named Madeira, and the main airport is named after one of football's greatest players. However, with a portion of the runway sat on stilts over the ocean and typically gusty weather conditions, Cristiano Ronaldo Madeira International Airport is truly an airport for the pros. Continuing our trend with challenging airports, Gibraltar International Airport is sat between country borders, a giant rock, and surrounded by plenty of military airspace. All of this results in a very interesting approach with a hugely rich history. Now, like other airports in Europe, real-world pilots do need a license to land at this airport, but hey, in the virtual world, you don't need any of that paperwork, so you go ahead and experience this exciting airport. Now, our final airport in Europe is Madrid Airport in Spain. Over 61 million passengers pass through Madrid to the hundreds of destinations served by the airport from its range of airlines. The number of aircraft movements and passengers make Madrid the 6th busiest in Europe, but is actually Spain's busiest and largest. Heading over to North America, we're going to start off with Aspen County Airport, also known as Sardi Field. This is a county-owned public-use airport located just about 3 miles away from the central business district of Aspen in Pitkin Country. This airport in the United States has wonderful approaches and views, especially with the glorious mountains in the background as you approach this small little airport. Denver International Airport is an international airport in western United States, primarily serving Denver in Colorado. Over 215 destinations are served by over 20 airlines including United, Frontier and Southwest. Perhaps one of the more interesting facts of this airport is its high altitude runway, meaning that you will use a lot of the runway, especially when you're flying longer haul destinations with a lot of fuel and weight in the back. Formerly known as English Bay Airport, Nanwalek Airport sits right in the Cook Inlet. With restricted approaches and a hugely stunning surrounding scenery, this is a true VFR pilot airport. From the quaint little airport to one of the biggest in the world, JFK Airport in New York is renowned for its huge amount of traffic, vast routes and large number of runways. As the 6th busiest airport in the entire United States, pilots will have a great time finding traffic to watch endlessly for hours, especially when using the live data streamed through FlightAware. We're not going to stop at JFK for large international airports in the US. We're now heading over to the West Coast and looking at Los Angeles International Airport, also known as LAX. This is the primary airport of Los Angeles and its surrounding metropolitan area. LAX is the 2nd busiest airport in the United States and the 3rd busiest airport in the entire world. Nearly 700,000 aircraft operations took place in 2019 alone. Orlando International Airport is located just 6 miles away from Orlando in Florida and sees hundreds of domestic flights taking people to the sun-drenched thrill seekers paradise. Not as large as some other airports in the US, it still does see a staggering 50 million passengers per year frequent the tarmac. Due to the huge variety of wind, Chicago O'Hare has 7 active runways, and over 2,500 flights depart from O'Hare every single day to destinations all across the United States and beyond. Chicago O'Hare is definitely an airport I would recommend visiting, both in real world and in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. Despite not having nearly as many routes or destinations as other airports in this list, Seattle-Tacoma is the 8th busiest airport in the US and covers just an area of 3.9 square miles. Now, because of the number of passengers that travel through the airport and its relatively small square mileage, this is a very dense airport compared to others. Sedona Airport is a small, non-towered airport located just 2 miles southwest of the central business district of Sedona, a city in Arizona. What's unique about this airport is that it sits atop a large mound and has a relatively high altitude of over 5,000 feet. The 2nd busiest airport in California is San Francisco Airport. Used as a hub for United for its Asian routes, San Francisco is renowned for its glorious approaches right over the bays and its busy Silicon Valley. At an elevation of over 9,000 feet above sea level, Telluride Regional Airport is the highest commercial airport in all of North America that has scheduled passenger flights. This makes a great challenge for any pilot, especially in warmer climates. Billy Bishop Toronto Airport is Canada's 9th busiest airport and welcomes 2.8 million business and leisure travellers each year. The airport is also Canada's 6th busiest airport that offers passenger services to the United States. And our final airport in North America is from Stewart Aerodrome in Canada. Stunning mountains, raging rivers, and a small runway make this a paradise for anyone looking for something slightly different and a little bit more tranquil in Canada. According to the History Channel, Tonkinson International Airport is the second most extreme airport in the world thanks to its challenging approach. Sharp turns, quick descents, and a range of surrounding terrain make this a really tough airport to land at Central America. Located in Osa Peninsula, Costa Rica, Siren Aerodrome is a grass airstrip surrounded by luscious vegetation right next to the Pacific Ocean. This aerodrome is perfect for bush pilots looking for a stunning region of the world to explore. Gustav III Airport is a public-use airport located in the village of St. Juan in the Caribbean island of St. Bartholomew. You've likely seen this airport in top lists for extreme airports thanks to its insanely steep approach path and short runway. Soaring over the hills and then to drop down into the airport is an incredibly tough approach, and now you can practice all you like in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. Still in the Caribbean, we are now on the Dutch Caribbean island of Saba. Numerous charter airlines visit the airport, including Winair, SXM Airways, and Windward Express. The airport is best known for having the shortest commercial runway in the world, measuring at just 400 meters or 13,012 feet long. Now we're going to head over to South America and we're going to talk about Rio de Janeiro. As the 4th busiest airport in Brazil, Galileo International Airport is the primary airport of the city of Rio de Janeiro. The gateway to Brazil sees a large number of airlines, cargo operators, and private charters pass through. With the vibrant city just a few miles away, this is a stunning approach to a wonderful city and airport. Marisol Sucre International Airport is the busiest airport in Ecuador and is about 11 miles east of Quito. The location was chosen in order to expand the capacity of the city's airport. With a high altitude and loads of mountainous terrains, this makes it a favourite airport of mine personally to go visit. Deep inside Tall Canyon's Chagall Airport sits on the riverbanks of the Maranon River. The 1,200 meter runway may sound a lot, but the interesting terrain around the airport means weather can cause any pilot to face a real challenge. Now there is only one airport confirmed for the Middle East, and that is Dubai International Airport. Home to one of the biggest airlines in the world, Dubai International Airport is one of the most modern and futuristic airports too. Being located in the Middle East has meant Emirates has been able to take advantage of the lucrative hub and spoke model, which has proven so popular for them. So popular in fact that Dubai International Airport is the largest airport in the world for international passenger traffic. And finally, Oceania. Very little information is available for Bagalga airstrip, but this small Indonesian airport in Prapa is great for bush flyers looking to land on a dirt airstrip in the middle of a tropical rainforest. Over to New Zealand, Queenstown Airport first started commercial operations in the 1950s. Even with 2 runways and a large airport building, it only handles over 2 million passengers each year. That said, Queenstown Airport is still the 4th busiest in all of New Zealand. And finally, just 5 miles away from downtown, Sydney Airport handles over 42 million passengers each year, making it the busiest airport in Australia. Qantas is the undisputed king of the airport, but Sydney Airport also hosts other airlines such as Jetstar, Virgin Australia, and numerous others. This is a great coastal airport with a vibrant city nearby, and it's definitely worth a visit, especially if you're down under. That concludes every single airport so far confirmed by Microsoft for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Standard, Deluxe, and also the Premium Deluxe Edition as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video, please do hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, please do give us the feedback so we can improve it going forward. Make sure you do subscribe to the FS Elite YouTube channel for more original content on Microsoft Flight Simulator, And do leave a comment below about which airport you think you're going to fly to first, which ones look most challenging to you, and also what airports would you like to see in the future, whether that be by Microsoft or third-party developers. Whatever your thoughts, we would love to know. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.